Exactly, JC. So, what is gender gaps in the labor market? Based on my research, gender gaps are one of the most pressing challenges facing the world for today because women are substantially less likely than men to participate in the labor market, and once in the workforce, they are also less likely to find jobs than men. In addition, women's greater responsibility for unpaid domestic and care work affects their ability to engage in paid work on the same terms as men. Social norms and the more formal regulations and laws are also mean that labor markets and the public sphere generally are not gender neutral. So gender inequality in the labor market is examined here in terms of gender gaps or deficits for women relating to participation and other outcomes in the labor market including employment and decent work. So, what is labor force participation gaps? This is when someone is employed or actively looking for employment. They said to be participating in the labor force. In the Philippines, women's labor market participation is lower than men's due to care constraints and social norms. Together, these factors give rise to a gender gap in the labor force participation rate, or LFPR. Women's labor force participation rate are also depend on cultural expectation about women's mobility and the presence or absence of substitute for women's domestic work.